What's going on, guys? Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Want to sort of do a piggyback video off my last video. I was talking about these couple fish here I got in quarantine the last week or so. And long story short, it's Black Friday today, and I saw a Facebook post from one of my local reef stores, and they had a huge sale going on this weekend. It was like 25% off fish, 20% off corals. So I went in with the intentions of getting a couple Zoa frags. I was looking for these powder blue zoanthids with these orange skirts that were just amazing looking. And the reason why I'm shooting this is for a reason, but I was just talking about in my last video what I was looking to possibly acquire, and you never think you're going to find something. You just think, I'm going in there for this, and lo and behold, in the middle tank dead center is this beautiful swallowtail angel that I got today. Now, bunch of money off, got this fish for $30, and I looked at it. I stood in the store for about 15-20 minutes observing it. It seemed spunky and healthy and all that, and just beautiful. Really good looking fish. Platinum blue colored eyes, blue trim around the eyes, blue trim around the tail. Just awesome looking fish, about 4 inches, slightly, little bit larger than my tangs. But the reason I'm shooting this video is because when I was in the store, I stood there. I always do this when I go to the LFS or anywhere. I stand there for a good 15-20 minutes observing the fish, how it's behaving, what it looks like. I'm looking for, signs. And the tank they had this fish in was just lit with pretty standard, like compact fluorescent white lights. And given this fish is silver colored, whitish silver, I didn't notice until I got this thing home and into the quarantine tank and under this bluish purplish lighting that this fish is covered in velvet. And I don't know if I'll be able to get it. You can see it really well right there. You see the fins. You see all that powdered sugar looking business going on. Also the rapid gill movement going on right there. Now, this is not something I necessarily noticed in the store. Maybe just based on the lighting or their tank, I didn't see this fish struggling. It seemed fine. And it's not that it's struggling now. It's just in a brand new tank. It's only been in this tank for about 5 hours. I just put this fish in about 5 hours ago when I got home from the store. So there's no way that it came into this quarantine tank and in 5 hours got covered with velvet the way it is. If I can get it on video, it's really hard. But on the body, I see it, specifically on the fins and tail, which is a dead giveaway. But when it turns a certain angle and it's only under this light spectrum, and I was able to see that whole powdered sugar velvet thing going on. And quite honestly, I just didn't notice the rapid breathing or the gilling of this fish. And I definitely didn't notice the fins because of the lighting. The fish looked totally fine. Its behavior was fine. So it's unfortunate, a fish that's covered in velvet to this degree. I mean, if it's strong and it's generally healthy, I think I might have a chance to treat it aggressively and save it. But more importantly, the reason why I wanted to shoot this is it's, you realize what you can miss in the store. When you're not looking at it in a specific lighting spectrum, you might not see some of these things, especially on lighter colored fish like a yellow tang or something that's white or silver colored like this is. On a dark fish, it's a lot easier to spot. But being this fish is it's just a really pretty fish, man. And $30 for this thing. Now, I don't blame the store. I mean, I know these guys, I get a lot of corals from them. It's just really hard in your local fish store to prevent all this from all the fish going in and out. And it's your job to quarantine, but I am a little bummed out based on the fact that I didn't notice how badly covered this fish was. Because there is a point with velvet. Guys, velvet is a mofo. If you get velvet into your tank, in your display tank, it'll wipe out fish like that within a week of each other, if not less. This fish is at the point where it's beyond behavioral symptoms. It's covered in velvet. So I have Ruby Reef Rally in the water right now. It's supposed to provide, some type of temporary relief to velvet. I may have to even freshwater dip this fish because it's probably all loaded up in the gills as well. So I'm probably gonna have to get more aggressive with how I choose to treat this fish. I didn't plan on doing chloroquine phosphate for at least another week and a half, but I think that's out of the question now because I think that this is a beautiful fish and I hate to see it just wither away and die, which it will very quickly with velvet of this magnitude. So But I wanted to post that for everybody out there just to show you how easy it is to miss these things, and you know, put a fish into your display that looks fine, unless you have a tank like this where you put it into temporarily to evaluate it. You know, it's unfortunate because you could drop this thing in your display, next thing you know it dies 5 or 6, 7 days later, and you're like, what the hell happened? And then all your other fish start dropping like flies. So I can tell you right now, you know, angels, tangs, certain fish like this are really notorious for velvet, and I know that it's running rampant through wholesalers and stuff, but also in these LFSs, it's just mixed into their system. So just crazy that I missed it in the store. The lighting, it was just crazy what can happen, especially when you know what you're looking for, which I do. And even with the lighting and everything else, you still miss it until you get it into your quarantine tank and it's under certain lighting and you're like, whoa, you know, I didn't see this at the store. So I'll have some updates coming on this, because I'm probably gonna have to get a little more aggressive with battling this if this fish, because first of all, this fish is so covered in it that if I don't do it, you know, if I don't make an aggressive move, it's not gonna make it. So probably tomorrow. I have Ruby Reef Rally in the water right now. I would hope that provides some type of temporary relief. The fish did go after food, so that's a positive sign, but I need to do something fairly quickly to free up anything that might be in the gills and then start going at it with a more aggressive treatment like chloroquine or something. So I'll do a bunch of updates on that. But quarantine your fish, guys. I was gonna do a video today. You can get a quarantine tank probably used total for like 35 bucks, and this is a prime example why. God, if I would have thrown this in my tank with all the fish I have in there doing pretty well right now, and this guy just has velvet and wipes everything out. Whew. Brutal. All excited because you got it on sale and it's covered in velvet. Anyway, Rising's Reef. Rate, comment, subscribe. Happy reefing, y'all.